Welcome to Poets from the Neighborhood. I am VeerajaR.
And I'm Bruce Jennings. We hope you enjoy the poems we'll be reading today, poems written by your friends and neighbors. Our first poem today is one that I wrote, entitled The Last of Her Dogs. The last of her dogs looked on as the elderly widow was taken away. That was all her dog knew, but was doggedly certain of that. I knew she was going on the journey of unasked and unanswered questions. As I watched beneath the summer sky mottled by the foliage of large trees, I saw men on her driveway waiting, as others inside did what they did. A daycare worker stood aside, watching like the last dog and me. I wondered if a sheet would be covering my neighbor's face. The carer looked placidly on, wondering if her work in this house was done. Do dogs wonder? Or are they wise enough just to wait for what happens? Either way, the last of my neighbor's dogs kept her own counsel, without barking and with only the slightest, most tentative wagging. She mourned.
Struggle, written by Susie Margaret Ross. Often I hear music from nowhere, from somewhere, from you, opening my heart again before I have time to close the door.
Next poem is by Tanya Radic, entitled Unpaired. My father climbs into the saddle. My mother crawls under the covers. She can't get out of her chair. He falls off the horse. He cooks breakfast. She eats whatever. She writes the checks. He spends the money. He is up and dresses at 7 a.m. She takes a shower once a week. She bets on the ponies. He buys horse feed. She planted roses. He bought Roundup. She had 3 children. He had 3 problems. He complained about her. She never said a word. When she was young, he was gone. He left home for cash. She stayed around the place. He was often injured and being a patient. She got sick once and died. The house is quiet. Only he resides. She is gone. He is home alone. He wrote her obituary in 2 sentences in the Robertson County Times. The year she was born, the year she died. They were married 61 years, 1 week and 6 days. 2 life sentences in 1 wedding vow.
Snoring, written by Ron Turner. Some couples sleep in separate rooms. It's the snoring, they say. Others sleep comforted by the connection. It's the snoring, they say.
Time Alone by S.R. Lee. Home alone for a few days, I am my own master. Plan time, decide foods, wander outdoors, vagaries, whims, desires, impulses, all valid if I wish, if energy holds up, if daylight lasts. Here's a little dog curled down on a blanket. I will join him for a while, resting easy, without concerns. Here are sugar, flour, eggs, and a recipe. So I mix and measure, heat the oven, and here is Sunday's coffee cake. covered with sugar and almonds. Hurrah. Here is a new magazine. Will it grab my interest? Or do I prefer the excellent book of short stories? Here are some inquiries on the emails, which I might answer or not. Here are errands easily run, for no one expects me home soon. Hurrah. And that's done for the week. Here are telephone calls for chatting as long as we like without irritating anyone. Here are casual invitations to stop by, and I am accepting. But with sundown comes loose ends. TV not interesting, books dull, a couple of dark hours to fill, until I can take the dogs out for their last outdoor visit and soon fall asleep myself.
Finger Diamonds, written by Nancy Fletcher-Blume. From the anthology, Gathering, Writers of Williamson County. I sit most hot summer nights, absent of rings on my hands, well into the evening on my porch, occasionally rocking, looking at stars and thinking of diamonds. They are everywhere. Tonight, I feel a stirring desire for finger diamonds. I search my cupboard shelves and see an old mason jar. I smile. A few hole punches later, and I am eagerly slipping off my shoes to walk barefooted deep into the dew-wet grass. I reach upward into the humid night for the diamonds, one by one. I place them in my jar, and now, sitting on my steps, I gently take these delicate diamonds and place them on my finger. I allow myself but a few fleeting moments enjoyment before I remove my diamonds and watch them take to the air. I cannot follow them. They are forever free. I can only imagine. Thank you for watching Poets from the Neighborhood. We hope you'll join us again soon.